Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here. This video is about Cuphead, which is a game that I have played many times at different events over the last couple of years, and finally it's ready to come out. Most recently, I played it at the Xbox Showcase in New York, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about my experience and highlight my 3 favorite things about the game right now. Now, the first thing I like about Cuphead is that it's challenging. Many of you may know that this game has been absolutely destroying journalists at events, and you can see my friend Greenskull and I doing our best impersonation of that on screen right now. He also made a Cuphead video, I'll leave the link in the description. Now, although the game is super challenging and super hard, it also means that it is crazy rewarding when you finally beat the level you were stuck on. And it's super fun to make progress through those levels slowly. You'll probably die on your first time realistically through a level, but every time you do it, you'll get a little bit and a little bit further until you finally beat it. Also, at no point in the game did I feel as though anything that was happening was unfair. I would die, but I would know why I died, and I would know how to improve on that reason the next time I played the level. So I never felt as though any of my deaths were BS or completely out of my hands, which I think is super important in creating that fun experience around a challenging game like this. The challenging nature of this game even extends to the co-op. If you are playing in local co-op, the game will actually scale to make itself harder. And although you can save each other once you do die, that actually involves a little bit of a skill mechanic, and you need to be in the right place on the screen at the right time in order to save your co-op partner from certain death, which is another mechanic that I really enjoyed. Cuphead seems to find the perfect balance, for me at least, of being a really challenging game, but being a really rewarding game that always feels 100% fair. I think one of the reasons it feels so fair is because the controls are so tight. They are pretty simple and you have a limited arsenal when it comes to what you can actually do, but just the jumping, the dashing, and the way your character moves on the screen is exactly what you expect when you're inputting the controls, and it just feels so responsive at the same time. And that adds to that level of challenging, but also not feeling unfair. Now, another one of my favorite things about this game that I want to talk about, which is pretty obvious and a pretty well-known thing about this game, is that it has absolutely incredible, beautiful art and music. It is like nothing I have ever seen in another video game. Now, obviously you can see the graphics on screen and you could probably hear the music in the background, but there's also something special about actually playing the game, and I don't know exactly how to put my finger on it, but the animation style and the hand-drawn scenes are incredible to look at. The transformation of the bosses and the different stages and the way the level changes as you play it is incredible. The constant live kind of jazz music in the background, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before, and it's easily the most incredible part about this game. But I'd also be the first person to call out that if this game wasn't fun to play, none of that would matter. But it's the combination of it being fun, rewarding, challenging, and the graphics that go hand in hand that make it actually worthwhile. The last thing I wanted to talk a little bit about was replayability, but there should be a little bit of an asterisk here because I did play it at an event for a short period of time. But from what I played, there seems like there could be some great built-in replayability here. Now, obviously when this game was first announced, we were told that it was a game all about boss battles, but they went back and added some platforming levels as well. Now, obviously, getting through the game for the very first time could take many people a while, and some people might not even get there in the first place, but for those who do, at the end of every successful level, you get a grade, and you could go back and try to get the best grade on every level by doing a variety of things, including parrying, your time, and the way you actually complete the level. Also, I talked a little bit about this earlier, and this is the gameplay you also see, but the game has local couch co-op, which means you can go back and play the game with a friend. And like I said, it scales the difficulties, so it still won't be easy even if you're playing with a friend. I felt as though the game played quite differently when you played with a friend versus when you played solo, so that's another way that you could kind of experience the whole game again with built-in replayability, which I thought was pretty cool. That is pretty much it for my preview of Cuphead. The game literally comes out in about a week. Finally, I'm gonna put my money on the line and promise you guys that I will be good enough to beat the entire game. Let me know in the comments down below if you're gonna be picking it up. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to the amazing people on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you guys next time. Peace.